Hello, everybody! Look, I had a new thing, and the new thing gave me time to go post other places. I'm excited.
Ooh, look at that.
Your channel's theme song or whatever it's called goes so hard.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
I love it so much. Let me tell you, I searched for hours the day that I did my intro and outro for my videos because I was like, this is the song everyone will know me by, and it has to fit me. And I would send Fox, I'm like, this one? He's like, no. And I'm like, you're right, no. So literally I made him listen to hours of music so that we could agree upon what felt the most me, and this was the one. I think it's called Extreme Energy. There's a link to it in all of my videos because it's a free song that I stole from YouTube. I mean, I didn't really steal it, but
borrowed, commandeered.
So, I did. And also I overused that photo for it's my timer, it's my countdown now.
It's a fantastic photo.
It is a really nice photo. That's true.
It's also because I suck at photo editing, and Fox literally made that for my credits because he got so tired of my credits being sucky. So he just sent it to me, and I was just like, you are a magnificent graphics god, and I will never take you for granted.
I'm training to one day be as great as Fox. That's why I'm still in this class. I haven't quit. I've only done 2 classes.
But then when I went to make a timer, I was like, oh, this picture is perfect. I'll just put the timer here. And now I'm like, everything goes in the black space. It's so multi-purpose, everything. Eventually, I'll have a variety.
Your nails?
Oh, nice. No, I painted them.
I like
These are my natural nails. They're just painted.
Lucky. I should break my hands and everything.
What?
Yeah, if you she says she breaks her nails on everything. If you go...
She broke her hand. I'm like,
not
don't
this time.
do that.
Not lately.
Not this week. I mean, lately, yes.
If you look at last week's video, and I think this upcoming video, you'll see just my normal nails without polish. So it's just when they get to this long, they start getting a little brittle at the end. So if I don't want to start chipping away at them, I paint them to protect them from me.
Mine are just constantly brittle.
Sophie says like the stream, because she already did. Oh, it's the StreamYard refreshed. Stig's here to support CB so he doesn't end up on her hit list, even though she's already taken me out once.
I really appreciate the support.
So for those who don't know, today's guests were supposed to be CB and Sophie. However, since I think it just started in 2021, I think every time CB has had a guest spot, her co-host has either gotten sick, had to suddenly work, just something, so they could not co-host with her. So now we've determined she's just taking everybody out.
You have no proof.
It was a short dance party.
It was.
I had a moment before stream. I was like, do I click the countdown and then go live? I had this right last week, and I just said fuck it and click countdown first. Yeah, I'm seeing love for the countdown. Hey, yeah. I had to refresh for it to start. Oh no. Oh no.
Did you miss the countdown? How sad.
It's okay. I sent him the countdown in a Dropbox link when I made it because I was very excited. So he knows what it looks like. Also, I just realized while I was adding tags and editing some things for future streams that apparently the live chat replay is not automatic. You have to click a thing to allow it.
Oh.
So all of my live streams going forward will have the live chat replay available. I thought it was the other way around. I thought it was automatic and you had to unclick it. Nope, I was wrong. At least for mine. Extreme energy. Right?
Extreme energy.
The vibe works. Oh yeah. Yep. Living for the hair fantasy, CV. Aw, yeah. He showed you his nails. She definitely says I break my
Okay, I'm glad I didn't imagine that.
No, I did say that. I do break things very often.
Well,
I told the RD my list of injuries, and then I decided to go walk on a slightly icy rock wall,
no.
and she was alarmed.
You walked on a wall?
Yeah, like on top of the wall. Like
I thought you meant like up a wall.
Wait, you can't do that?
Parkour, motherfucker.
That was normal.
Sam hasn't taught me that yet.
I suppose, in fact, I'm actually like a superhero. I wish.
All right, we are 5 minutes in. And so I'm going to make my co-host intro themselves, which, by the way, one of the thingies that I can do is play videos from the computer or like upload, 30-second clips. So y'all can pre-record your intros and outros, and then you never have to worry about doing it live again.
I feel like that's a personal attack.
On all of us.
Yeah. I'm trying to help you, okay? All right, go ahead, Stevie.
Hello. I'm CB Ferrenz, a young adult fantasy author and YouTuber. I have a YouTube channel linked in the description where I do little skits, I do live streams, I give my opinions that aren't very opinionated on things. Just kidding. I have lots of opinions.
She's very opinionated. Don't let her lie.
So opinionated. I was just choked. It's cool. Yeah. Follow me on social medias. I'm chaotic sometimes.
She's chaotic and adorable. Just saying.
And I am Sophie Lena B, astral projecting through Matt's body. I am an artist and author. I'm working on an Instagram challenge right now where you can share like different stuff with your work in progress. If you're a romance writer or any kind of writer with any sort of romantic subplot, you should join in. It's a lot of fun. I'm currently working on my debut novel, The Rebel Bard. It's going to be an illustrated fantasy romance. It's really cool. Check it out whenever it comes out. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter.
How do you know it so well?
Because Sophie, I know her intro better than my own intro because Sophie actually markets things and I don't.
So it's funny because Fox was like telling me that he's like, no, don't let them get out of it like that. Like very against me letting you do pre-recorded things. And he's like, they gotta learn. And then he's like, oh, Matt doesn't gotta learn. He's got it. And I was like, for Sophie's anyway.
For Sophie.
He's not at all that fluid with his own.
It's like I can do Sam's, but I can't do mine at all.
Mine has a
Steve's
cadence
calling me
to
out.
it.
It does. It's like a little song. Writing things, parenting, writing parent things. It's fantastic.
I always want to mess with the order of Sam's.
It's okay. I always want to mess up the order too, but it's fine because I'm Samantha L. Nasset, and this is my channel. I am a writing mom. I'm writing mom Samantha L. Nasset. This is my channel where I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer parent things. I also host these lives on Mondays, and I post videos on Wednesdays 90% of the time. Sometimes they get posted on Thursdays because I have a chronic illness. What's up with that? I also have a newsletter that you can sign up for down below. If you like the channel, you like the content, you can, subscribe, ring-a-ding the bell, maybe like or tip me, or tip me on Ko-fi, coffee, whatever you want to call it. I think that was everything.
Give Sam money. Woohoo!
Give Sam money.
Fox, I ain't gotta learn shit. I got tongue-tied once and then I was good. I know how to do my intro. Since Stieg and I know, Matt's like
I don't know who I am or where I came from, so I can't do an intro.
Where I'm going.
Who am I?
Because it's going down in a blaze of glory.
Every time
Oh,
I hear
need
anything
to.
Bon Jovi, I think of Jenna saying how Cliff thinks or sings the lyrics as shout it at Jesus.
Shout
I'm
it at
sorry.
Jesus, never back down. I think that's the part that he does.
Yeah.
If it's not, okay. I love that, like, if you know multiple Bon Jovi songs, you get the Easter eggs in each one, because Living on a Prayer is about Tommy and Gina, and then It's My Life references Tommy and Gina. So I
There's
love
a
that.
Bon Jovi cinematic universe.
Yes!
That's insane.
Well, I don't know if it's cinematic so much
or
as
musical
musematic?
universe.
Musimatic?
Museverse.
There's an extended
Museverse.
universe
I
of
like
Bon
Musiverse.
Jovi.
I like Musiverse.
Yeah. Yeah, because, like, Living on a Prayer, you know, it's all about Tommy and Gina.
Who never back down.
Yeah. And then in It's My Life, it's like Tommy and Gina who never back down. Dun, 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 dun. And I knew that song before I knew Living on a Prayer, so I was always like, who the fuck is Tommy and Gina? But then I, like, learned the other one, and I was like, wait.
I gotta know.
There are things you need to hear before you get it all.
I did not know the Bon Jovi lore.
Me neither.
Oh, but he never backed down. That's right.
That's good old Jesus.
Hey. Lyrimatic.
So
We're just
funny.
gonna come up with 80 different ways to label the Bon Jovi verse now.
John Bon Jovi into the Museverse.
Amazing. Fantastic.
Oh, that's great. There was something I was about to say, and then that just went, you're not allowed to have thoughts anymore. I've been listening to a lot of K-pop. Semi Jenna's fault. Because she's been listening to a lot of K-pop, and then she sends me things, and then, like the good friend I am, I obsess over the music videos, which it's funny because we obsess over like totally different parts, but it's fine because we entertain each other's obsession. And then Fox has to sit there and deal with it, which he doesn't really listen to K-pop or really care, but he'll let me. He will literally just let me go on for hours, just like, oh my god, Fox, but this part and then that part, and he's like, yeah, totally,
For
sure. That is friendship right there.
Yeah, that's a sign of a good friend.
But who's plugging what in? Sorry, I got nosy if my children were doing something.
There's
the Bonjoverse. K-pop is life. K-pop is so good. One of the things I like about K-pop is, much like American pop, it's very varietied. So you get like the pop that, you know, like most people think of pop, and then you get the more kind of rock pop, and then the pop with the blues and the R&B like inspiration, and I love it all.
The pop rock, not to be confused with the pop rocks.
Yes. Those are also fun, though.
They are a lot of fun.
And there's this one K-pop song. I don't remember what it's called, but it but like when it starts, it's got this like religious choir going, and it just sounds like very like your soul is gonna burn now. And then it gets to this one part, and this man is just scream growling at me, and I'm like, yes, scream more. Which I have it's a 50-50 with me, and I figured out why, because of two songs I listened to like back to back, where one kind of made my head feel nice and the other one made my head feel not nice. And there's like different ways to growl, and one of them is kind of like more deep in the throat, and it's more like a purr sounding. So it's very like gruff and like gravel purry. But then the other one is like, I think it's higher in the throat, and it's more kind of screamy, and it's more like nails on a chalkboard. Delightful. And so I'm like, that's the difference. One of them sounds like they're growling gravelly at me, and the other one's all like static. So I now know how to articulate why I like it sometimes and I don't like it other times. But this K-pop boy, he could growl so well. I was like, yes. And he also had emotion in it when he did it. Sometimes they have a lot of emotion, other times they're so busy screaming, there's no real emotiveness to it. I don't like that.
So you enjoyed his growl technique. The growl technique was on point.
So good. Let me go find the song. Excuse me while I DM Jenna.
Okay.
Guys, talk. Fill the air.
I have noticed that multiple times, even in the 16 minutes the stream has been live, that Sam, you and I have done the same facial expressions or hand motions.
Teenage me.
And I'm alarmed.
We're going to find out that all the stream regulars are just two people in costume.
They're just alternative versions of each other from different realities.
Like literally, Matt, when you did the Sophie intro, like we like went forward and like laughed and like stuff at that at the same time, and I like noticed it out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, oh no.
So kind of a fun fact about that is that like I did the writing dialogue video. And in it I mentioned that friends, like the longer you're friends and the closer you're friends, the more likely you are to pick up on each other's like slang and way of speaking and stuff. And Matt commented on the videos like every time he says excuse, because he got that from our friend group, the same is of physical mannerisms, which is also why siblings will tend to share the same like quirks and tics and stuff. It's just because your brain naturally mimics people you like.
Yeah,
it's also why we all go through that thing where when we have a friend who has a dramatically different accent than us, you either do one of two things. You either just accept it and you're doing their accent terribly, or you try to stop yourself every time. You're like,
yeah. Madeline, that's my roommate for people who don't know, and my best friend. She does things that I do now, and I'm like, my power.
You're right.
I've infected you.
So Sophie has picked up lol from people.
I also did. I never did more than one LOL until I was around you guys, and y'all were doing multiple LOLs. I'm like, all right, didn't know we could stack these.
I need to know because I just put the emoji. I just put 80 faces. So now I need to know who's the source.
I think Jenna's the source of the multi-LOL.
Bahaha.
So.
That's what I do now.
Bwahaha.
That's from
Bwahaha and Moha, that's me. I've done that since I was 12. I just felt it was more...
I say yo-yo to people now when they text me, which is, Sam, that's your thing.
Yo, what up?
Yeah, someone went, hey, I'm like, yo-yo, and I'm like, ah! Sam, where are you?
We're all just different parts of the same soul.
I definitely do the prayer. I do the prayer hands because of Matt and these. I refuse to use the cry emoji as a laugh, though. I know it's a thing now, but I refuse. I'm like, then how am I going to express my deep sadness dramatically?
You just do both. You use it for both of them.
The only person that I've ever seen like use the eye emoji where it's like the side eye is Sophie. So now every time I see it, I just have Sophie in my head.
All right, so we should go into our first sprint because we're coming up. I'm gonna try the thing where it lets me play a video from my computer. Yeah, see, it's just a thing where our brains are like, yes, you like the thing, do the thing. And it's like, but why?
I had a British accent because I spent a week at summer camp and the 3 other girls that were in my cabin all had actual British accents. And then this was in Texas. So I left camp with a British accent because I spent a week around 3 girls with an intense British accent. Obviously it didn't stick.
It happens. Sorry, I'm going through my maze of folders. I'm like, I just now thought of the downside of having not uploaded this. But it might kick us off the screen, which is fine if it does.
We will simply go.
What do you mean my file doesn't have a video track? Excuse me while I upload it to YouTube.
Oh, okay.
But we're gonna do something else. I'll go get my normal timer first.
Fine. Gotta use the normal timer.
Gotta use my face.
Sophie is explaining the different crying emojis. There's the sobbing, like the streams, and then that laughy cry face.
I only use the like tilted crying laughy one, like sarcastically. Like
there's nuance to it.
Like if it's tilted, it's like oh, so funny.
Look,
if it's,
that's the other thing. Like with friend groups, I feel like if Matt uses the laugh side emoji, the group knows he's being sarcastic. But if I use it, people are like, "Oh man, Sam really found that funny." So it's like that's another thing that's really interesting is everybody speaks each other's
emoji.
New like languages and stuff. Sorry, I was telling it find a file. Hoping this doesn't take eternity while I'm streaming.
Well, now if Matt uses a side laughy cry face, the entire everyone on the stream,
y'all know how I really feel.
Yeah,
he's been outed.
It's an exclusive group.
It's on Disney now.
Well, that's that.
I'm excited. So there's a version. There's a version of Cinderella where Brandy plays Cinderella and Whoopi Goldberg plays the Queen, and there are other actors that I don't know by name. She was a really popular singer in the 90s.
Okay.
And it is by far everybody, or almost everyone I know, had a weird epiphany when we were in our early 20s of, wait a second, a white king and a black queen had an Asian son. We didn't question it when we were children, and we were like, you know what? We're good with this. It's all good. We love it. It's my favorite version of Cinderella.
I'll have to watch it.
And it's on Disney. Okay. Gotta do the thing so that I don't fight the StreamYard.
Nice picture.
Okay. Thank you. 3, 2, 1, go. And we're back. I realized we never told anybody what we were working on.
No,
Ooh,
we did not.
it's a mystery.
Oh. I'll go first as you two figure out how productive you were during the break. So what happened was I uploaded the thing that wouldn't just play, and it's uploaded and processed, so I'll be able to do it. I also adjusted the volume for the intro timer that I used today because Fox said it was really loud, so I dropped the volume by about half. And he sent me an outro thing, so we're gonna get to see that today.
Woo!
Yay!
He is a benevolent graphic god.
So
Just saying.
stick around.
Yes. And we will know if the intro volume works because it's the exact same for the outro. So I see people got here while I was very busy murdering my laptop by making it render things while I'm on stream.
Yes, delightful.
So how did you two? What were you two working on? Chat, let us know what you were working on.
So my original plan was to edit this week's video because I did the interview with Lou on Friday, but I have an hour of footage because we were friends. So a lot of it's chatting plus really, really awesome discussions and stuff. Also us being goofs. So subscribe to my channel so you can watch that this Thursday.
Yes.
But my computer started making concerning noises. So I closed Premiere and I was like, maybe I'll work on this when I'm not also trying to stream and
definitely.
run Discord. So also I have like 4 hours of editing to do on that because I'm very bad at editing, very slow. So I closed that and then I was like, maybe I'll eat. But all I have is dining hall food from like 2 hours ago. So I took a few bites of that. Decided no, threw it away.
That's what that face was about.
Yeah, turns out that other people, my friends that have eaten it, don't feel well tonight. So I'm glad that I ditched it early.
School cafeteria is just someone's gonna sue them because they keep trying to kill y'all.
I mean, at least one person gets food poisoning a day. Not a day. Maybe it's like every 2 days.
Is your cafeteria ran by like a family of possums?
No, the dining hall staff are very, very, very nice.
Well, possums can be nice, but I wouldn't.
You know,
so Matt, how did
the
you
chicken is still bleeding, don't give it to children.
Yeah, maybe not. Well, Sophie was nice and astral projected out of my body to let me work on my stuff. So, I got 152 words on my current draft.
Awesome.
That's sorry.
We provided other actors. So it's tied for her for favorite Cinderella with Ever After. Oh, that reminds me. The benevolent Jenna. So I DM'd her and I was like, what is the K-pop song that has the choir stuff? From that, she immediately knew what I was talking about. And she was like, Mama by EXO. And I'm like, yes, thank you. Just saying. Friends, like close friends, speak your own languages.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the song. I recommend everybody just go listen to it. Whitney Houston is the fairy guy. I forgot about that. So good. I haven't seen it since like it came out. So
there's a cat stretching behind you. Matt turned around too.
Do you have a cat, Matt?
I do, but she's definitely not in here.
Yes, Mama by EXO.
Oh, that's an amazing song.
Jen also knew that it was being discussed here.
I was discussing how K-pop is so like dramatically different sometimes, and I was like, there's this one with the choir and it like sounds like your soul's gonna burn and stuff, and then I fangirled over the gravel growl in my Virgo way of fangirling, which is to overanalyze it, but it's fine.
It's interesting.
The growly song, yes.
Oh, I told someone I like.
Yes. Sorry, in the Cinderella, the princess like, you're not like most girls, and she's like, what the fuck does that mean, bitch? I mean, not in those words, but
it'd be better if it was in those words.
I'm trying to do the fan cast thing for the Rebel Bard, but the youngest female Egyptian actress I can find is 27. I'm trying to cast a 15-year-old.
According to CW, 27-year-olds are 15-year-olds.
Yeah, it's like my it's created a like false perception of age for a lot of people. So like, for example, way back when I'm blanking. Tom Holland got cast as Spider-Man. He was 19 playing a 17-year-old. And my grandmother was like, he looks like 13.
He was playing a 14-year-old.
Either way, she said he looked like he was 12. She's like, he is too young to be Spider-Man. I'm like, Grandma, he's actually older than he's supposed to be. I mean, he also has a little bit of a baby face, but it's just an example of how, like, I don't think he looked like a 12-year-old at the time.
I think I was. No, I wasn't. I was 12 when he was 19.
It was okay. So what, like I just said, what happened with there, as I was explaining the difference in the screams, the one that I like and the one that I don't like, and I classified them as growly and screamy. So
nail on chalkboard.
Then there's growly and then nail on chalkboard. Oh, I see people talking about their whips.
Having a slight crisis that I was 12 when Civil War came out. Captain America Civil War.
What year did that movie come out?
2015.
I was about to say when CB was 12, so I'm still helpful.
Yes.
Well, 5 years ago, if you know how old she is. So I was 25.
That movie came out in
2024.
Wait, it was probably 2015. Either that or 2016. One of those two. I'm positive.
Still.
So it made sure my video uploaded okay. Aw, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fighting the urge to sing along, especially the Princess Giving a Ball is playing. I sing along to everything. Doesn't matter what I'm doing.
Yes.
Working on my urban fantasy outline. Earlier, I was like, yes, it's done, and I can just polish this and be ready. I feel like there's the second part. Me later. No, we are not ready. More things to shuffle.
Oh, I eventually ended up going through critique partner feedback. That's what I was doing. Trying to eat a muffin.
I planned to go through because Fox has 2 more chapters with revision notes for me to like look over and help make sure that they are improvements, and if they're like not improvements, or if they're not improvements in the direction that it needed improving, to help him finesse that. And one chapter has like 38 notes that I gotta look over, and the other chapter has 8.
Carrie has corrected me. It was 2016.
Okay.
So I failed.
It still feels so long ago.
Words.
I mean, it was still 5 years ago. It's a long time.
I didn't have my 3rd child then.
I didn't have a lot of things.
That was Roxy's whole life ago.
I had a phone though.
Hold on. Let me read through these so we can get caught up on chat. Okay, wrote a couple pages. 5:15.
Panda. That's not.
I don't know what we're excited about. Something. I listened to the Bow Wow Yippee Yo Yippee Yay song.
Yo, I love that song.
Bow Wow Wow Yippee Yo Yippee Yay. I just finished the opening number. Oh yeah. Got nothing done. That's good.
Woo!
I almost spent.
That was
They can
copying
be
dialogue and thoughts. Oh yeah.
I
had to leave your body to Google.
Have you seen the Possum Lady? Have you seen the Possum Lady?
I didn't know there was a possum lady.
She has like 2 pet possums, and she's just like a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
But she's just like just swings them and stuff, and she paints their nails. It's
possums are scary, dude.
About. So all 3 of us, or just these 2? Because I think we're actually all in different age groupings.
Me and Phoebe are fairly similar.
I'm an adult.
Are you? You're 22, 23, Matt?
Yeah, I'm 22.
Okay, so then yes, you 2 are in the same age group. I'm not.
We're both at Gen Z.
That's
I'm the mama head.
Gen Z to me is everyone's high schoolers and teenagers, but I'm aware that they're not.
Possums are
my brother's
fairly
age.
hated in a lot of the South, and then
I
people
know.
try to defend them, and Southerners go, "Have you ever seen a possum up close?"
I love possums and raccoons.
I like raccoon. No, I hate raccoon.
Well,
I love the idea of raccoons, but raccoons killed the chickens when I was a child and lived on a farm. And I named them. They were so cute and they were slaughtered. And I saw it and I'm scarred for life.
how do you know it was a raccoon?
Because my dad handled it afterwards.
Fair enough.
Juniper Fox Mom has an opossum, and she is lovely. I like. It could go either way with me as long as they're not bothering me. They're fine, but otherwise,
do they have rat tails? I feel like
Yeah.
they have rat tails.
Yeah, they have rat
they're
tails.
rodents.
Mm.
All of us. My youngest kid is 30. I see. While I am younger, well, actually, while I am the same age as your youngest kid, I no longer feel comfortable being called a baby by anybody because I have 3 babies, and that just makes me feel weird now. Like, if I were childless and 30, I don't think I would care. But I'm like, no, I have 3 of them. I am no longer baby. I am now mama. So
upgrade it.
now everybody else
is
is my
stepping
baby.
stone. You're either a baby or a mama. Nothing else.
Audra's seen dead possums. They are like super common here. Like,
what is the name
so
of that animal that I'm blanking on it? It lives in the South. It's classic desert animal, and it has a shell.
Armadillo.
Yes, I saw an armadillo the last night. We were literally driving out of Texas, and I saw my first armadillo after living there for 21 months.
See, I don't hate it. It just makes me feel weird because I don't think, like, I know comparatively, I am like a baby. However, unless you're my actual mama, it makes me feel weird for other people to call me it. Like, not even my grandmother calls me a baby. She's just, I'm her grandchild, and that's it. My mom is the only one who calls me a baby. And even then, I think she stopped when I was around 26. So, armadillo. I love rats, so that makes me more supportive of possums.
See, yeah, pro rodent.
Like I said, it depends, because here they're very much known for stealing kittens, puppies, and small dogs and eating them. So
I don't like that.
Are your possums bigger?
The possums are huge.
The possums I've seen are like, you know.
Yeah, our possums are like yay big.
Your possum's like a coyote with a rat tail.
They're not that big, but they don't have to be that big to eat. That's why it's specifically small ones, not like a cat could take on a possum, but a kitten is only yay big.
That's fair. Yeah.
When I was a little kid, my older brother would tell me that dingoes would steal me and murder me if I ever went to the desert. So
aren't dingoes exclusive to Australia?
I think I have no idea.
So the thing with wild animals stealing like human babies, I don't know. It like goes either way.
I was like 6,
sometimes
though.
they steal and eat babies, and then other times they like protect babies in the wild. So
I was 6.
You have some small possums.
Yeah, I mean, like all the possums I've seen are like the size of a large cat. But yeah, like cats, I would say.
See, Aphrodite knows. But
y'all like a dog-sized possum, and it just like
that's the thing though. They like, this is what I have been told. I've never actually looked into this anti-possum propaganda. However, I do know that there was a possum by my parents' house that did like, there was a group of kittens under my parents' house, and like my parents counted the kittens, and they were going to wait to see if the mom cat came back. But then we saw a possum going away from the house, and 2 of the kittens were missing, and the mama cat never came back. So like,
did you get the kittens then?
Yes, we got the remaining 3 kittens, CZ. Like, we weren't just going to leave.
I'm coming for them.
And this was also like
letting nature sort it out.
Shut up, fake Sophie.
This is like 13 years ago.
I'll
So,
still come for them.
but like usually, if I remember right, it's they only do it when they're like desperate and starving. So it's not like their usual diet, but it is a thing that can happen.
Time travel to pet a cat.
So Tabby still has one of those cats. Actually, her name is Squeakers.
I'm gonna make Tabby send me.
She's giant and fluffy, and she's the reason we even knew about the rest of them because she was loud and whiny. She like had this really high pitched squeak that you can hear for miles.
We found our cat Storm underneath the trailers at my elementary school, and she was just like being very loud. And one of the like after school daycare ladies was like, "That's a feral cat. Don't go near it." She's now sleeps on our bed, and she's very fat and loves Madeline, my roommate. Her name is Stormageddon, Dark Lord of all.
Also, because I don't want to just be super mean to possums, I do know people who have like domesticated possums, like stray possums, just in their backyard, and they just feed them and stuff.
They're sweethearts.
So they can be really nice, and they can be super sweet.
I'm also pretty sure they can't carry rabies.
I don't know. I'm not gonna let one bite me to find out. But I just, like I said, so for me, it's kind of like a fitty. I'm like, like I could take them, I could leave them. So trash pandas are little asshats, and they just like to fuck with people.
No, they are sweethearts. They're little mischief gods.
Maybe the ones where you live.
They wash their stuff in rivers.
I mean, they're evil, but they are iconic. I'm just dying from.
Bark.
They got little hands.
Good, Chris. But fun fact. Sorry, I lost it at Jenna's comment about.
Sorry, I'm pitching up on chat again because it just suddenly refreshed. Coyote Howlin', yeah. Shut up, fake Sophie. Squeaker, she is so fluffy now too. She's like, so you look at her and you think she's this big. Hold on, I have to turn the alarm off. You think she's this. What the fuck, phone? Shut up. You think she's this big, but then you pick her up and she's only this big. It's just like,
I love that.
This much fluff.
If anyone feels like they want to share pictures of their cat, DM me on Instagram.
I'll poke Tabby.
Animals, please.
I'll poke Tabby and see if I can get a picture of Squeakers.
Please send me pictures.
Really liked the way you said that's a feral cat.
That's how she said. She'd be like, "That's a feral cat."
That's a feral cat.
Like,
I see your Doctor Who reference, CB. Just so you
Thank you.
They're rodents. Look, when I saw rodents of unusual side in Princess Bride, I was just like, checks out. I'm like, yep. Possums eat ticks, so I mean, fair, as long as they stay away from the baby kittens and the puppies. I haven't heard of one eating a child, but
I was calling the puppies and the kittens the children.
Know.
Children is a comprehensive term, Sam. Just everyone who I ever cared for as a child.
That's fair.
Even if they're older.
Rodents of unusual size. Come down to the south. We'll show you our possums.
Your mountain lion possums.
Our mountain lion possums. They go head to head with the grizzlies around here.
Oh, have I told you how our school just like email us throughout the day? Hey, there's a bear. Don't go near it. Like, hey guys, don't go to the DAC because there's a bear. Hey guys, don't go to the science center. There's a bear. So you just kind of like.
Are you going to school in Yellowstone?
No, I'm in Massachusetts.
Fun fact about bears and just how like weirdly wild, but like they're this weird combination of both. If you go to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, there are certain like hotels and little like cabins and stuff that you can stay at that they will be like, don't leave food in your cars, the bears will break in.
Sounds like
so like the bears will literally break into your car to take your shit. Like, that's just how much they don't
I'm just imagining, like, a bear out there with, like, a coat hanger, just like, come on.
One of the hotels, like their advertising photos, even has the bears like in like around the cars and stuff, and I'm like, why is this? Why does this marketing work? Why?
I know. I want to see the bears breaking into cars.
I sure as fuck am not going there for them to break into my car. I might
I
like
want them
stop
breaking
by
into
to see
other
them break into
people's.
something. Yeah, but your car is at risk now because your car is in the parking lot.
Take the bus. Uber there to see the criminal
That was me
bears.
with that was me with elementary school, but mountain lions instead of yeah, they're just like so normal.
I just love
But
like
also,
casual. I love people casually. Like, hey guys, don't go near the very dangerous animal.
Yeah, just by the way, there's an apex predator over on 1st and 9.
Don't
Watch
do
out.
that.
Again, when I like saw this fictional thing, I'm just like, checks out. I live in a fairy tale land.
I mean, that's fantastic.
Like, I mean,
Okay.
the biggest like predator I see around, like I saw a coyote once and about just moved. Like, don't have predators.
What's one of the really big bears that's like really dangerous? I forget which one
Grizzly?
it was.
Polar?
I think so. Not
Also
a polar
polar?
bear. It was big, and
Hold
I
on.
saw it at camp, and it followed me to my tent.
Most dangerous bear. Grizzly and polar. They're the most dangerous bears.
At the camp I went to, it was Girl Scout camp, and they're like, "Hey guys, there's a bear near this area, so everyone go inside an actual building instead of just your tents." But when they sent out that message, I was walking from one place to another. I was walking from the place where the bear was to a different place, and it was me and two of my friends. We were walking down the road, and we come into sight of the shower house, and there's like no one there. And we're supposed to go to the shower house, and we're really confused. Then we see in the little window everyone just going like this to us, and we're like, "Huh, I wonder why." So we walk on over, and then like pull us inside, and they're like, "Bear!" And so we turn around, there's a bear following us down the road, and we're like, "Oh, wow, that's a bear!"
So it's kind of funny. We get like, we don't get bears in my city, but we do have like mountain lions every now and then because, we're in a mountain range. But the thing that like there is always a warning for during the warmer months and stuff, they'll just be like hawk sighting, vultures about, which just like the giant ass birds that.
Why are they warning?
Like,
what are your hawks doing?
Stealing cats
Coming
and
for you.
dogs.
I keep forgetting about pets.
How big are they?
Literally
How big are
90% of our animal warnings isn't for people. It's for your pets. We really care about our pets here, Matt.
It would be so much
all my pets
scarier
have
if
always
it was
been just like
people.
inside, so I'm just
No,
like,
I have a friend who literally has some PTSD and will not let any of her animals outside because when she was like in the backyard, she was just holding her like kitten, and a hawk just came and took the kitten out of her hands.
it's a bold ass bird.
Right? Like, motherfucker.
Chris just
Animal
informed us
series.
that a hawk can pick up a child.
A small child, yes, like under 3, I think.
Cool. That's bad. I don't
Or
like
2.
that.
That's bad. Yeah,
It's
like people are like mountain lions are in the area. We're like, okay, whatever. Hawks. Oh shit! Get your
join the children.
dogs. Everybody get in the house. Barbecue is canceled. I'm thinking we get a lot of foxes too. Like they just run around the yards and stuff. It's great. I love them. Mountain lions, foxes daily, foxes and coyotes, tons of critters. They're bunnies, lizards, salamanders. Aw, yeah.
I love salamanders.
It sounds like we have the same like animal ecosystem, just mine
different
sound
sizes.
That's what it seems.
Yours is like prehistoric. You have like 3-foot dragonflies too.
Hold on, our dragonflies are like this big. Is that how big they're supposed
Yeah,
to
no,
be?
that's normal. I think.
Okay. Well, we legitimately have a dinosaur fish. It's called a gar. So like look up
we have those
gars.
up here.
They're you can't go swimming in the Cumberland because they may eat you. Or not eat you, but like their scales. No, their scales are razor sharp. So even touching them, like if you go against the scale, you're fucked. And they're mean.
turned in a video that I did for my Henry David Thoreau class last semester. It was my final project, and I went out in the woods and I talked and built a fort. While I was in the woods, I was there for like hours. I remembered that there was bears in the woods when a loud crashing noise started and a bunch of deers ran by, and then I kept hearing the crashing noises. Yes. Protect the dogs.
So I've never heard of this, but I'm gonna look into it and possibly let everybody I know that this is a thing, because I don't know anybody who knows. We just risk it. we're just gonna fight nature. It's fine.
Delightful.
Oh my god, the deers. Okay, so we should go into a sprint soon, but let me tell you about the most destructive motherfucker in Tennessee, and it is a deer. They will take your car out. No, we have so many deer because they like took out most of our natural coyote population at some point. So we have too many deers. We've got 2 deer seasons, like 2 deer hunting seasons, because we have so many fucking deers. And it's just, Jenna's given me a link, which I will share with everybody in a moment. But yeah, it's just so many deer. And they're like deer crossings. If you see a deer, you just stop your car. You just wait for them to cross the road, and then you wait. And like sometimes these motherfuckers, you're like driving, here's your car, here's the deer. They're just keeping up with you, and you're like, motherfucker, what you gonna do? You gonna come into my car? And oh my god, are they strong? People are like, oh, deers are so cute, let's pet them. I'm like, they're gonna bite your fucking finger off. They gotta bite. Their like teeth are flat, but my god, they're gonna take out part of your hand because you're a dumbass.
I have a scar on my hand from when I pet a goat.
And the little babies, the babies are all friendly and shit, and so you'll be like, oh, let me just go pet the baby, and then the fucking butt comes out of nowhere like you thought, and you're like, oh shit, where were you?
I heard the butt comes out of nowhere, so just imagining a deer just like running backwards, just shoving their butt.
I'm gonna get you.
Like they're on you.
And the bucks aren't the only dangerous one. Like does are super temperamental too. Like there have been more cases of like does. There was a case in the news, I want to say 4 or 5 years ago, of like this mom was trying to get a picture of this kid like, feeding a doe, but like wouldn't. So the kid, she was being a very shitty thing, and they would like, you know, hold it back. So the doe got pissy and just the kid right in the chest, and the kid died. And I'm like, oh my god, why we don't fuck with deers. We just don't.
Don't go near the wild animals. Rule 1.
On a less dark and dangerous note, my sister and the squirrels have a personal vendetta against each other. They love to throw things at her. Like just specifically the squirrels on campus. They just throw things at people. So now she hates the squirrels on campus, and she'll be like, those little fuzzy motherfuckers. With such hatred and vehemence. But yes, that's a huge Did you look up the gar? That's I think it's called the alligator gar. I think that's its full name. I could be wrong. I just know my uncle was like, we got a dinosaur fish in the river, and I was like, no, we don't. Oh fuck, we do.
So when we lived in Texas,
we live in the hardcore.
We'd walk in the local park, and you just like doodle like along the bayou, and there would just be little crocodile or alligator, I forget which one because I can't tell them apart, crossing signs. And it would just be like a little image of a crocodile or alligator dragging like a dead deer just across the road. And you just like be walking, and we'd have to pick up my little brother who was like 4 at the time and keep him away from the alligators because he'd go near the water, and then one of them would come out and be like, oh no. And that was just a nice walk in the park.
So I finished, as you were talking, I finished reading this, and like mountain lion maulings are not that uncommon. People need to just leave wildlife be. Just don't touch the wildlife. None of it likes you. Just so you know.
Jenna's sister is a Disney princess, apparently.
Hold on. I think we got faxes. Faxes, that's it. Oh, yes. Jenna share. Oh, because she's a mod, so she can share links. Yes, good. So this is the coyote vest.
Yay.
No!
Yeah, that's... I lost
read
it
that
earlier.
comment and just died.
I lost it. I lost it, and then I saw Matt lose it, and I was like,
the way back when the farmers reigned supreme, the farmers took out the coyotes, so the coyotes could not take out the livestock.
That's just what the deer want you to think.
You know what?
Big deer silenced the
I
real
believe
story.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Deer are yard ruiners. I don't know. They haven't come in my yard yet. Although my best friend growing up, her dog did like to hunt down deer, and like we know this because he would bring them back. So
How big was her dog?
Yeah, we had
not very.
That would just bring back parts of deer.
He was actually so he's like a medium-sized dog. Like he couldn't have been more than like 30 pounds, maybe. He was pretty small. I mean, not like small. He was a medium-sized dog, but either way, he wasn't huge. He was not big. One deer. just one deer.
Yes, the deer.
Aphrodite, deer. They have no chill.
Pro rodent, anti deer. That's kind of our stance.
That's what we learned on this. That's like when I love venison, and I know some people who go hunting, and so they'll like bring back venison. They'll make venison jerky, venison stew, and everything. And somebody who did not live in the South, they were all like, "Don't you feel bad eating Bambi?" And I'm like, "Bambi tastes damn good."
Bambi is deer propaganda.
More from big deer trying to make us think they didn't kill all the coyotes.
Yeah.
I'm tearing up. That got me good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Chris from Florida, he got gators.
Mm.
But can the gator go up against the deer?
No.
Yes. Wild animals are wild.
And don't touch them.
No.
See, the suburbs of California say no deer. The suburbs of Tennessee says all the fucking deer.
Yeah.
Literally, when I was learning to drive, we were like in the suburban area, and my grandfather would be like, "There's a bunch of deer out," and I'm like, "For some reason, I attract them." And no. Squirrels love my sister. She just sits in a wooded area, and the squirrels. So what I hear is like your sister is the Disney princess, and my sister is the antithesis. Therefore, they will duel.
Sam, are you the deer queen? Is that why they follow you?
I don't know. I like to live. I like to live dangerously. As a small child, I befriended bulldogs and Rottweilers and
deer,
Great Pyrenees. Yeah. So someone my family knew had a Rottweiler, and like I do not prescribe to bully breeds being mean and stuff. This one was just specifically taught to be a guard dog, so he was protective and aggressive. And so and my mom, she's like kind of around dogs. She doesn't know. Well, me and the dog disappeared. And so my mom, that was my mother. Well, they found me and the dog, and we were playing, and we were fine. I was like 3, and they tried to get me away from the dog, and the dog was not having it. The dog would not let anybody go near me. The dog would not let anything. And
you got adopted.
He let me go. He let me go to other people, but that was it. I was allowed to go to people. So my poor mother, who I could imagine her terror. I walk up to her, and she was just like, finally put at ease, because I went to her and the dog let that happen. But yeah, like the dog didn't even let their owner come near me. So it's my dog now.
It was fantastic.
There was another time that I was in my aunt's trailer, and this Great Pyrenees came in. For people who don't know what that is, they're basically tiny polar bear dogs. But like I say, tiny for a polar bear. They are huge dogs.
Are they really white dogs?
They're like giant, and they like I think they're bigger than Saint Bernards. They're either the same size or they're bigger. And he just like comes in to the trailer, and I'm like bear, because I was like 4 or 5, and my aunt thought I'm watching something on TV, and she turns around, and no, there's this polar bear looking dog, and I'm like, my bear, and he just like lays down and lets me climb all over him and do whatever I want. And
I love
so,
it.
me and dogs, yo.
I love dogs.
Oh, we have all the deer. Okay, see, deer's everywhere. More from deer. Fuck me.
They're after us.
Ah.
They're coming for you. Run while you still can.
I'm seeing more people defending the deer invasion of the
Earlier.
suburbs. I need some beer to deal with all the deer. Oh my god, so many deer. I just let me tell you, I love that this stream has turned into let's
This
fight
is just
the
an
deer
animal
invasion.
stream.
That's all
Make
this
fun
is
of
today.
animals.
Okay, now let's do a writing sprint since that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, work.
I want to talk
I
about
will-
deer, damn it.
I was just
I'm
very
going-
alarmed with the gift that Fox sent.
Oh, let me go check. I gotta go
Fine.
see. Hold on.
Because
Oh my god, yes, it's Tennessee.
That air. Vroom. Oh.
My DMs right now are amazing. Okay. I'm probably gonna upload another video this time. Jenna will just cry. Oh, yes, this is the nail polish that you got me.
I complimented it earlier.
CB did. Jenna wasn't here. She was working on things.
Being productive, missing me.
Sophie, are you here? Sophie,
Oh
I
my
need you to see it. Sophie! Sophie, I need you to pay attention to me. I'm waiting until we're just gonna sit here for 8 years until I see
20 minutes,
Sophie.
Sophie.
I just love that the circle's encircling her face.
I know, right? The loading screen.
Like, look at it. She's here. That
I have to.
is an amazing picture.
Yes, she is here. Do you see your timer, Sophie? Jenna's here now. Right, and let me tell you, I was very lazy. And so if there was not a picture that already fit with where my timer numbers are, it didn't happen. But I'm so happy that Sophie is staring so amused at the timer.
Just like raise the timer just a little bit.
No. It's a lot of work. All right.
Let's see. Not perfect.
3, 2,
A
1.
little mirror. A little mirror.
Go. And we are back. I got another timer uploaded for next week. And I got some of those revisions looked at. So, what did you two do?
I'm counting my words right now.
I'm just gonna show love to chat.
215 for me.
Good job. I did nothing at all. I mean, I pulled up the word document was already up. I didn't even pull it up. I went over to the Word document and read through some critique partner feedback that I've read through like 4 times. And then decide my brain is so dead. And I made up the phrase, my brain is a fried melon. So.
But at least 20 minutes passed.
Yeah.
I love that you spent your time just doing that. So the stream's gonna, as long as you two are chill with it, it's gonna run a little like later than usual because some
That's
people
cool.
talk a lot.
They
do.
I don't
So
know them. How
So our
rude.
breaks have been running over, and I like to try to get 3 sprints in a night. So
Yeah.
that's
That's
my
fine.
thing. Yeah. Like when Sophie had to cancel today, I was like, "Are you gonna watch it though? I got a thing for you." So I was very happy that I could show her. I have to take I don't know if y'all have ever noticed, but I never have the second one on because then I like hear myself muffled, and I'm one of those people where if I don't hear myself talk, I talk louder until I can hear myself. So I don't want to yell over everybody, so I'm just like so I can hear me.
Oh, and I
So
chatted. Happy. That's what I did.
Yes. Giving a ball just happened. Yay! Finished chapter 1 editing. 359 words. 647 words. I checked emails and uploaded videos to my assistant for editing. Ah, yeah. 350 words. You look new. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
As they're like, I've been here for 8 streams, Sam. You
You're
just
like,
noticed. And I'm like, I do that
Yeah.
sometimes. I
mean-
literally actually it happened. There was somebody I was like, "Oh, hey, hi." Like, you look new, and Fox is like, "They've been here for 5 streams." And I'm like, "Oh,
It was me.
Oh.
was it?"
Yeah. Yeah, I was like co-hosting. You were like, "Hey, welcome."
Yeah, it's so good to meet you.
Hi, Matt. Never seen you before. How'd you get here?
How? Where? Why?
So, as I see, chat is doing things. I don't know. Speaking of Tabby, though, tonight she and I are gonna start our Sailor Moon binge because she's gonna super binge with me. Next month, I'm doing a Let's Talk. I'm bringing Let's Talks back. It's official.
Woo.
And I'm going to the first one I'm doing is Sailor Moon, which Stieg is going to guest host as a person who has never seen a single episode of Sailor Moon, nor does he ever plan to. But so he's going to come up with a list of questions and stuff so that he can ask about it, and that's gonna be fun. Cody is apparently as big a Sailor Moon fan as me and has the proper opinions on Crystal versus the 90s anime, so he's allowed to talk. And so I told him, I was like, "Are you good to do the Let's Talk for Sailor Moon in March?" And he was like, "Yes!" And I'm like, "Yes!" And so he's going to binge it, and I'm going to binge it. And my Sailor Moon partner in crime is Tabby. Like, we literally drove, I want to say it was 4 hours to watch the new Sailor Moon R in theaters. So, because we were like, take our money so that you'll put the other 2 movies in theaters. And then they opened up and they did a showing in our hometown, and we were like, damn it, we got to give them more money. So next time they'll do a showing here and we don't have to drive 4 hours. And yeah, So she's gonna binge it, and she is so excited about the Let's Talk too. She's like, "Do I need to help you take notes? I already know what I want to take some notes on." And I'm like, "I don't even know what I want to take notes on." So I'm glad that you know what we're gonna take notes on.
Make
We're
sure
gonna
you
start
say the right things.
We're gonna start that binging tonight, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do like the '90s anime season 1, and then we're gonna watch Crystal season 1, and then just go back and forth, back and forth. Oh, see, they have been here. They just haven't. Welcome to chat.
That makes me feel better for you, Sam.
Well, it means that they're new to chat, but not new to me, so they already know all the things.
Yeah.
Also, this is random, but I found the mythical, it was missing, alligator hair clip.
The mom clip. Only moms use those clips.
Only women. Well, not women, but only people with very dense hair use them. It's the only thing that can keep
my mom has
hair
very
up.
fine hair like me, and she uses them. That's why she has like so many. Yeah. That's why the mom clips to me.
I've used them since I was like 12 or 13. So
I mean, me too, because
I used to take my mom's and put them on my mouth.
Yes, me too. They hurt so much.
Yeah.
So much pain.
It hurts a lot, but you
just do it. This is a mistake, and I'm gonna keep doing it.
The mistake that keeps on giving.
I heard Ree was like, moon. 168. Yeah. I assume that's sprint progress.
Yes.
Uh-oh. Okay, so the proper opinions on Sailor Moon is that the Sailor Moon 90s anime is in fact more progressive and just a better source of role model for for girls and just people in general than Crystal is. And whenever people tell me, but Crystal sticks better to the source material, and I'm like, I've read the source material. I read it when it was in Pocket Comics. Do y'all even know what Pocket Comics are? No. So CB's like, I have no idea. So I'm like, let me tell you. I will tell you next month. Me and Cody will.
Okay.
Tabby's taking notes.
Bold of you assume I won't watch it all before then too.
Will you though? Do you even know where to watch? There's 100 episodes. But then again, you also binged My Hero, so maybe you could.
And another thing.
Let me just tell you, do it with the volume down low after you get to season 3, because anybody walking by your dorm room is going to be like, the fuck are they watching? Because a lot of sounds in those seasons. Tabby and I will put on season 3 while we're cleaning the house, because that's the season her crush comes in, Sailor Uranus. However, when people get captured or stuff, there was one time where legitimately I forgot what we were watching, and I'm like, somebody put porn on the TV? What the fuck's going on? So yeah.
So, I'm a master binge watcher, and I made Madeline also be a master binge watcher. And the fact that we are on season 3 of My Hero Academia, and we started less than a week ago, and this is the second time in the past 3 weeks that I have watched it all.
See, Ree knows. Ree also has the proper opinions on Sailor Moon. I will die fighting on this hill. So, like, normally, let me tell you, normally, if somebody's like the manga version or the anime version of this or the remake, I'm just like, both versions have their ups and downs. But no one is allowed to tell me that Crystal is more progressive in any way.
Is this the one that made like the gay girlfriend's cousins or something like that?
Oh, that's the 90s anime is not the same thing as the censorship in the US. The censorship in the US like cut out a bunch of things because the 90s were very heavy into censorship. And there is a season where they do say the two lesbians are cousins. However, there is an uncut dub where they are lesbian lovers, and it is in English, and it came out in the 90s, and I owned it. So that's like the biggest criticism everybody has of the 90s anime, is that the 90s anime is trash because it made the lesbians cousins. And I'm like, but one thing, and that was so they could air it on TV, and they made it really weird, but they fixed it. they fix their fuck up. So I'm very passionate about my cartoon. Oh, excuse me, my voice went weird. CV can put the binge prowess towards One Piece. No, leave her alone about One Piece. Yeah, the sub is, well, see, the thing is now we have the new dub where they fixed all the things and we got all the episodes that we didn't have, and the voice actors are pretty decent. So I do think like 3 of them sound like the same person though, and I'm like, why? Why couldn't you get people who sounded different? I can't tell if it's Venus or Moon talking anymore. But yeah, I'm just looking excited that Tabby and I are going to start binging it tonight, hopefully. And then in March, everybody's going to get to see all the things. I mean, fair. Also, some of their translation choices. Like, Fox, bless his amazing heart, was watching Sailor Moon with me, and we're like watching the new version, and I would have to be like, hold up, we're pausing, you're watching the 90s dub version of this scene because it's like infinitely better. And he'd be like, you know, that is very different. Why did they? And I'm like, I don't know, and it makes me sad.
I mean,
also, the 90s anime soundtrack fucking slapped. She's Got the Power was such a theme. Loved it so much. And the way that it just worked with the episode, it's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Yeah, I too have the Blu-rays. I have the special limited edition ones that came with the little booklets and all the art pictures because I ain't settling for less.
So it's like,
although,
don't try to outfan me.
I am legitimately upset because like seasons 1 and season 2, you know, pay out the ass for the special edition of the first half of the season, and you get the book and the cards. Now, as of season 3, you pay out the ass for the first part, and you only get the book. So then you have to pay out the ass for the second part to get the cards. And I have to go out of my way to order them specifically from Best Buy for some reason to get the cards. It's the only place that sold them. And I was like, why? Why do you do this to me? Season 3 or season 4, one of those two. Oh, Starry Night's a good one. So's My Only Love. The Power. I like choreographed a dance that I made my sisters learn, and I still know part of it.
I'm gonna need a video of that.
In the power of love, it gives meaning to each moment. It's like, look, I was a fan.
Really?
I am. See, it's because they're doing that shady shit now. Where it's like you have to buy the but it's not okay, but it's okay because I'll pay out the ass for it. I'll just like my one thing. There are 2 things in this world I will pay out the ass for. Zelda. Sailor Moon and The Legend of Zelda. She knew. Hello, Moony. That's like Fox suggested that I take some new photos for the Sailor Moon Let's Talk in like Moony gear. And I was like, yes, I finally have a reason to wear my red dress with Luna and Artemis and the crescent moons that Tabby bought me.
Okay, but Stieg and Cody should also send you Sailor Moon pictures.
Yes.
in red dresses.
Yeah.
Yes, that would be great. Maybe, I don't know, a little bit. Here's the thing. It's amazing. It was part of a series. Oh, yes!
Wow.
That's amazing. Jenna can't tell. I'm trying not to go too hard right now because I'm like, if I give you all the information now during the Let's Talk, it's like, what is the point?
This is just like a taste.
A preview.
Yeah.
I will tell you, one of the reasons that Sailor Moon is so near and dear to my heart is because in the 90s, like there was a really big push to be not like other girls, and there was like a huge push for, you know, feminine and girly equaled evil, and like all, you know, the sassy, cute, popular girl, she was always the bad guy, and the, you know, main girl, she's like the girl next door, or she's just not like other girls. It's just like this huge push.
Yeah.
And to contrast that, Sailor Moon had a cast of characters who were a varying level between like masculine and feminine leaning, and a lot of their sexualities were very questionable, as if they were straight.
Oh,
just like
they have the gays.
yes. Yeah. Oh yes, they had so many of the gays, CD. All the gays. I don't think any
I
of them were
understand
straight.
why I would be
There's
interested
an
in the
argument to
gays.
be made that not a single one of them was straight.
I'm a
However,
fan of this. It's like my friend group.
so, and there's this character arc that will always stick out to me, and it's Sailor Jupiter. Sailor Jupiter, she's like the tallest one. She's the most like muscular and everything. She knows judo. She's the physically kick-ass. She's the one that you fuck with her friends, she's flipping your ass. Like literally, she does this a few times. However, she wants she just loves pink and flowers and fluff, and her dream is to be a homemaker and just to find a husband and bake and take care of the house. And she's just so fucking adorable, and I love her. And so her like character arc or one of her character arcs revolves around accepting that she can be both. And Sailor Uranus comes in, and Amara is like fucking androgynous, like the androgynous poster child of the weeb culture of the 90s. Like if Amara is wearing a button-up shirt, like when the other scouts first see her, they're like, oh man, he's cute. And like she even wears a boys' school uniform, and then one day she like got her jacket off and everything's tight, and they're like, is them titties? She's like, they be titties. Yes, I be girl.
I be girl.
and that's just the thing. And then like so she and Jupiter like at first it's kind of like, does she have a crush on her? But no, she admires her because she's like, you're this really good blend of both. And Amara's like, well, yeah, because you can be both. Like, who the fuck says you have to be one?
It's the best.
Like, if I want to wear a bikini, I'll wear a bikini. If I want to go to the beach in shorts and a tank top, that's what I'm doing. And so like Jupiter learns from Amara to just be comfortable being what she is. And her feminine side isn't demonized. It's just like, you can do both. Both is fine. And for me, who was very in the middle / masculine leaning, this was a very like, I'm like, it's okay to be me. So I would definitely punt somebody, but then go home and bake cookies. You can do both, damn it.
I mean, cookies are fantastic. So
yeah. Like, it's just everybody everywhere. She does, yes. See, Ree gets it. It's because it was so good. See, here's the thing. Here's what pisses me off in the manga. Not that they kiss. Well, there's a little bit of consent confusion there, and just, although I will say in the manga, Darian's response when he finds out that his girlfriend kissed another girl is just, whatever you want to do, babe, go for it. And I'm like, not the response I expected. But I said Darian, Edemaru, whatever you want to call him. But and that's because in the manga, Sailor Uranus actually has 2 different character designs. When she's not a Sailor Scout, her like jaw is more square and she's very clearly drawn more like the male characters. And then when she is a Scout, her jaw is thinner and more pointed and her physique is smaller. And I'm like, you're not selling me that it's okay or that there's no difference. So I definitely felt like the 90s anime, just like, I appreciate the manga because I love what she tried to do with it. I just don't think she had the writing skill at the time to do what she wanted with it. And she and the anime team did a much better job conveying the things that she wanted to do, which is why I will always love and support the manga. If we're talking about which one is legitimately better in those terms, I cannot stan the manga.
Cool.
Momoru, Darien, Edimignon, whatever you want to call the fucker. He goes by many names. I will some characters I will default to their Japanese name, and other characters I will default to their English name. It's 100% a bias thing. Haruka, yeah, Haruka, I'll always say Amara, even though I know her name's Haruka, but I'll say Michiru instead of Michelle.
Oh, I finally figured out the majority of the characters in My Hero Academia's names.
Oh, have you?
Remembering
that makes one
them.
of us.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that's not easy.
Shoved myself into the fandom, and now I know everyone's names.
If you're not my Baku baby or my Deku-chan, fuck it.
What about Kirishima?
What about Kirishima?
I will never remember his name because he is voiced by Justin Cook, who will forever be Yusuke to me. So I just call him Rock-K.
Like the Rocky boy.
Oh, I love him. I just can't remember his name.
Fake Sophie just said, "What about Kirishima?"
Look, he's just a rock, man. I don't.
How dare you? Get out.
He is a bro.
That is my son. And you will not insult him.
The power.
I use restraint going into my Sailor Moon thing. No, he was kicked out. I said, go.
You disrespect the Rocky boy.
That's my son.
You don't know his name.
I don't care if I know his name or not. I know him, and he is amazing. And his arc is heartbreaking. How dare you?
Bad. I don't even know.
I did. Also, hello. I don't know if I recognize your name, but as we've just established, I'm not always the best with names. So, literally, there is a show called Pumpkin Scissors that Tabby and I watched. So we watched it from beginning to end, and to this day, we cannot tell you who anyone's names are because they are Pumpkin, and they are Bear, and they're that scientist and that angry dude.
Yeah, I don't remember
I know people.
Anyone's name, especially when I binge watch a show, because I only learn their names through the fandoms. Even with Julian the Phantoms, I didn't know.
So here's the thing: I'm not gonna kick you out if you disagree with me. Just if you disrespect my anime children. I don't have husbandos. I have anime babies. That's how I function. I don't even know what we're talking about. I'm just glad
Madeline has attached to Aizawa because she loves him, and also Bakugo.
Everybody attaches to Aizawa. So for a long time, I didn't want to like Bakugo, and but eventually I realized that the reason that I loved Bakugo, despite not wanting to love Bakugo, was because I identified so deeply with his soul. I was like, it's me in an anime. What? No.
I like him.
This isn't okay. Nobody needs to know about my toxic past like this. I've been outed. Okay.
Madeline does admit that I am slightly like Deku, but she disliked him for a long time because he was too emotional. She's like, he cries too much, and I'm like, I cry at everything.
Maybe here's the thing. You are so much like Kirishima that A, I remembered his name to make that statement, and B, I looked at Chris and I was like, Cece's roommate Madeline says she's like Kirishima, and at the same time, Chris and I went, yeah, that makes sense. High energy.
Yeah, I see Bakugo, I'm like, I want to be his friend.
Exactly. See? You're Kirishima.
I want to be everyone's friend.
And I was like, I'd beat his ass. And then I'm like, but I would have also... Adult Sam would have beat younger Sam's ass, so it's fair.
Wait, all right, I thought I was younger Sam.
Watch out.
You're teen Sam. That's very different than younger Sam.
Okay. Sam just like steps into frame and the screen goes black.
Excuse me, I beat teen Sam. No, okay. All right. So I'm about to do a very long preamble. This is going to be our final stream of the night. And Fox, so here's the thing. This was made for me. It was a gift. And therefore I cannot turn it down. And I cannot not use it.
I'm alarmed.
So do forgive me.
Oh, I love it.
Fox said she's alarmed. I'm alarmed. I don't know if he's seen it yet.
Waiting for Fox to yell at you.
There's so many notes. So much no.
This time on Fucking with Fox.
You cannot kick me out of my own stream. You don't have the power.
But he will try.
Fox is gonna try to eat me. However,
Beautiful.
I do worry about whatever you do to Jesse in the next thumbnail.
Expose Jesse like that? You could have hidden the identity of the creator. But then
Sophie gave it away in the comments.
Yeah. Sophie! No!
We don't protect Jesse's identity.
Jesse made it. He made it after, like, last week. I was like, you know, it would be great, but Fox would hate me as if I had a link timer.
It's so intense.
Look, this is the ultimate sass boy of sad, okay? I love him. All right.
Sam, apparently you have to have the sound on at the end.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
I've listened to the timer. I know what's gonna happen. Okay. So 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Oh, hold on, because there are people who don't know. There is a very long-running thing with me and Fox and this eye, because it's just I startled him with it once or twice, and then I started doing it on purpose. When we first had a Mile and Note collaborative board, I don't remember what he did, but he annoyed me somehow. So I went and I took this photo, and I made it huge. So then when he went into Mile and Note, that's all he could see. So it's just a reoccurring thing that I specifically use this or other pictures of eyeballs just to fuck with him. So that's why. It's my fault. It's this is what happens when I'm best friends with an Aries. Oh, okay. My bad. All right, so we're gonna start our sprint now. Did everybody hear that?
Yeah, I heard Jesse.
I'm not sure because I hear them whether or not the audio shares, but I just wanted to know.
It was pretty quiet, but I did hear him.
It was very loud in my ear. Well, I hope everybody else could hear it well. I'm gonna finish typing this comment I was making, so just
I've been working on a present for Fox. I think you'll really appreciate it. So
well, I only wrote.
So Fox didn't hear it because it was too quiet. For everybody who didn't hear it, it went ding ding ding, time's up. In a similar falsetto to that. Yes, but Jesse.
What'd you
have
do?
a link
Fake
to the
Sophie?
timer.
I wrote 106 words and spent a lot of it looking at like castle aesthetics, trying to visualize.
What'd you just send in the chat, Sam?
I sent the timer for anybody who wants to go look at it. Okay, yeah. I don't know how to adjust the volume because normally I just keep everything muted so that I can listen to things. All right, but that is the end. I shouldn't check my DMs while I'm doing things. Hold on, though. Hold on, everybody.
Fox messaged me.
I have to pick the best one to put on screen.
Oh.
I was just gonna exit, but it's too late now. We're here. Nope, not that one. Nope, that one. See, this is how she spent it. That's how she spent it. It is a masterpiece.
You're welcome. I even got the fucking glint in the eye.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
You should make this your YouTube.
This is my banner.
I would be so happy. Fox was like, that's what the ears were for.
That is what the ears are for, yes. I have a box of fake elf ears.
Oh, it's a good thing to have. And with that, we're going to end the stream. Y'all do your outros. I'm just leaving it up there. So.
I am young adult fantasy author, CB Friends, and part-time Fox Annoyer. My channel, I talk about being a writer and a teenager and a college student, and I do fun skits, hence the reason for the ears. I also do live streams, which will become regular eventually. And I give opinions on things. So, yeah. Oh, subscribe to me, please. Also, yeah. Give Sam money.
Yeah.
And I am Sophie Lena B, astral projecting through Matt Hollon. I have an Instagram account where I post my wonderful art, and I'm also doing an Instagram challenge. It's Writer Romance February? Romance Writer February? I had the words, just not the order. And it's a challenge where romance writers and any writers can share their stuff and do the challenge. It's a good way to meet new writers. I'm also working on my debut illustrated fantasy romance, The Rebel Bard, and with the help of my amazing critique partners. And yeah, follow me on Instagram. Did I get everything? I think I got everything.
Yeah, sorry, my cheeks just hurt so much. Fun fact about me, when I feel guilty about something, I laugh the guiltier I feel, the more I laugh. So when I am amused, but I also feel guilty, I will never stop smiling. So I get a lot of pain right here because I have very high cheeks. But anyway,
I get pain there too.
so I am writing mom Samantha L. Nasset. This is my channel where I talk about writer things, parent things, anime things, link things. I mess
This
with
scares
Fox all the
me.
time.
You threw off my rhythm.
I get
It's
my
really
mod.
scary.
I get my mod squad to fuck with Fox too. It's a great. I have a newsletter where you can sign up down below. You can learn all things Sam. I'm trying to remember everything. I have a Ko-fi coffee where you can tip me if you'll. I post videos on Wednesdays. If you liked the channel, if you had a good time, like the stream, maybe subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, ring-a-ding that bell, all the things. I think that's everything.
And we got it. You threw me off with your outro.
I'm sorry.
You added steps.
And that was like, I can't follow along anymore. All right. Now, I'm going to use my new outro, which the graphic was made by the lovely Lord and God of graphics, Fox.
Who we all love very much and never mess with.
We love him so much. And the greatest thing is, Fox, I don't think has ever said a single word to most of you. That's the best part. But yeah, so here we go. Bye, everybody.
See ya.